Alright, welcome to rating expansions of Final Fantasy XIV. Alright, so I'm gonna rate all these expansions from story only. Combat and all that stuff don't count. Alright, so starting with A Realm Reborn, aka AR. The first expansion you ever do. Alright. So from my experience, it's it's good and there's good things about it and there's boring parts about it. The most I know from memory, this one stands out as the most boring motherfucking bullshit ever. Is the whole it's in Costa del Sol, and you're supposed to I think you're supposed to get a wine, and you gotta jump all kinds of hoops to get it. You gotta talk to all these motherfuckers just to get it, to do a party or something, and it was all a test, and I was like, what the fuck? This could have been settled a long time ago, but it's a fucking test to see if we can take on Titan? What? What? I thought that was stupid, but that was like the most boring bullshit I've ever done in AOR, so it was so bad. There are some good things about it, some funny things, some brutal things, some yeah. So it's not entirely all bad. It's definitely it gets the job done. I never hate it. Every time I start like a new character, it's fun to do sometimes. I always hate the Costa del Sol part. Fucking sucks. But other than that, that's everything else is serviceable. Is good. Doesn't bore me as much, except the Costa del Sol thing. So I would rate it as like a 6 out of 10. Gets the job done. It's just that Costa del Sol thing just takes it down a couple notches. So it fucking sucks. Yeah. But this is just the no patch stories. I forgot to mention that too. No patch stories. No combat stuff. Just story. Okay, so Heaven's Word. So this one, if I remember, yeah, it was really slow in parts in the beginning. Yeah, it's slow in the beginning for sure, but there was like a little bit intrigue in the beginning as well. So it wasn't like entirely boring, but it was a little bit boring in there. But once it starts picking up, I mean, like right on the middle, I would say, it starts to get really intriguing and very interesting. There's definitely some one shock value, or maybe two, if I remember correctly. There's definitely some shock value, some awesome stuff in there. Music's good, adds into it. Yeah, it's pretty good. I have a good time, except the beginning parts. But once you get to the middle, it starts getting good. You start enjoying it. It's pretty good. So I have to put this as a 7 out of 10. Yeah, the beginning part makes it lose some points. Yeah, but once you get to the middle, it starts getting good. You enjoying it. Yeah. Now, Stormblood. People say this is the worst before Dawn Trail. And they're not entirely wrong about that. It's definitely the weakest. I wouldn't say this like put in the garbage kind of thing, but it's definitely the weakest before Dawn Trail. I would not argue that for sure. But there is some good things about it. Um, but let's do the bad thing that pisses me off the most about it is Lise. She was cool in the beginning, then she kept uh I think she stuck with us the whole time if I remember correctly, and just all this like oh how come you're doing this and I don't know, it's just like one of those like what do you call it, grandstanding? I don't know if that's correct saying that. Always like, wow, you're doing this bad thing, why? It's easy to be good, why are you doing this? Blah blah blah, it's wrong, it's wrong. It's just annoying. It's just the same thing. Like say something different, I'm gonna kill you, revenge, and then say like no, I'm gonna stay the same. It's just she's so annoying. But yeah, in the beginning she was cool. I actually liked her. And Heaven's Born in AR, she was pretty cool. I liked her. She was like top 3 favorite before this. But she a joke to me, and she sucks and boring. So Stormblood definitely ruined Lise for me, for damn sure. Now the good things about it, we got what's her name? Oh God, it's the evil woman who's like psycho, great villain. Let's see. Oh, Xeno. Oh, we got Xenos, bro. Oh, dude, S tier villain. Oh my God. So yeah, yeah, those two characters are freaking awesome in my opinion. Um, Story is all right. There was like a bit of boring parts, if I remember correctly. I don't think it ever dragged that much. I don't remember. I barely remember the boring parts too. But there was definitely. I think the pacing was good. I guess I can't really think about the pacing issues. I don't know. Uh, yeah, I guess it was fine if I can't think about it. But yeah, story was good, so I would rate it. But yeah, at least will notch it down a bit because she was in it for the longest and always saying the same stuff. Grandstanding, I think that's the correct wording. But yeah, for me this will be a 6 out of 10 for sure. Um, Xenos does help it a bit, and that one lady, I forget her name, Yatsuyu, I think. Uh, she gets taken care of pretty early on, I do believe. But Xenos, pretty awesome villain. Um, but at least just takes it down a couple notches, man. Just sucks ass. So now for Shadowbringers, I'm just gonna put. Let's see. Is there any bad things about it? Because I know there's a lot of good things about it. Oh my God, dude, just so you know, just this expansion alone made me love the game massively. Made me fall in love to this game. So this expansion has a special place in my heart. And yeah, it was just a fantastic story. Holy shit, it was so good. But cannot think about anything bad about it. That is the challenge, and I have to like really think about it. Gosh, was there any weak parts about it? Did any character annoy me? And I would never want to see. Oh, is it the dwarf parts? I kind of don't like that part. I kind of yeah. The music alone about that fucking place sucks ass. So yeah, that music fucking sucks. Absolute garbage. It's terrible for my ears, and it hurts my ears. Every time I hear it, I cringe and then complain about it. Fucking sucks. Uh, so that's like the only thing I can think of that fucking sucks about Shadowbringers. Oh my god, trash! Oh, Shadowbringers, put in the garbage. Cause of oh crap, wrong one. But I think that's like the only thing that sucks about Shadowbringers. Man, fuck, piece of shit. So yeah, I think that's the only thing. So let me see. Let me think about it again. Yeah, that's about it. So it's a 9 out of 10. It would be 10 if it wasn't for the dwarves and their fucking stupid music. Ugh. But yeah, I found what was bad about it. And hey, I was fair. This is fair. I would put 10 out of 10. I was about to put 10 out of 10. But this, yeah, there's one thing about it, and it's actually kind of irritating. The fucking dwarves. But the good things about Shadowbringers, a lot of good shocking, good shock value. The pacing was good. Never got bored. Always intrigued. Always interesting. The villain, fantastic. Chef Kiss. Oh my god. Every character was good. Even the side characters. Even the characters in the background. The useless characters, all good. Everyone served a purpose. Even the useless ones. Oh man, so good. Oh. Yeah, it's just yeah. And, oh yeah, and the environment, the music is good, and the places are cool. Yeah, music's fantastic music. Oh my god, I feel things like in a good way that the music does for me. It just like gives me like goosebumps and makes me like feel all. It just makes my day basically. The music makes my day just a little bit better. So yeah, just yeah, just the villains are good and all the characters are good. Like it's a it's just an S tier kind of expense except the one part. But yeah, um, just a special expansion that's dear to my heart, and the exact expansion that made me fall in love with this game. And played a bunch of hours afterwards. Just couldn't stop playing afterwards. I couldn't wait for the next updates and stuff ever since. And it was such a good time, man. I wish I could experience it again. It was such a special time, special expansion. It was so good. Can't say anything. Can't say enough good things about it. Uh, just it's just a great expansion. That's what else can I say? Man? It's just it is a good one. All right, to Endwalker. This one is also it's a definitely a good one. It's a special one for my heart as well. It's the first one I experienced in day one. Day one experience, but yeah, day one played it. Such a good time. It very special. It was fun. So this one is also a special place in my heart, just because of the experience I had with it. It was yeah, so good. Now for the story, this one's very. This one's a little bit complicated, and kind of hard for me to decide the number. Because there is I guess there was like a lot of good things, and some of them were kind of not good. Were they bad? I don't think there was like, oh my god, this is so bad. I don't think so. It was just like maybe it just missed the mark what it was trying to do. So the bad things about it is that we fought Zodiac too early, I do believe, and I felt like I thought Zodiac was going to be the final boss, but apparently, yeah, there was a twist, and then actually the final boss was the fucking bird. Depressed bird. Oh my, oh god. And oh dude, this, oh my god. And the worst character of Endwalker, in my opinion, is the Fan Daniel character, Hermes. Fucking, he wants. Oh my god, this is so. This actually pissed me off a bit. This son of a bitch, worst villain ever. He wants to destroy the world because the animals were dying, unjustly in his fucking eyes, and that's why the world is deserved to be destroyed. What the fuck? That's terrible. Not even good villain. That's a terrible reason, and just terrible villain. What the fuck, dude? Not even, it wasn't even interest, like get off my screen kind of character. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't want to see you, don't want to hear you, because you're terrible. Like terribly written, just because his fucking experiments or whatever were dying unjustly, even though some of them, you know, had to die because they were violent. But no, the world deserves to die because we killed a dangerous animal. Insane. Just because you're depressed too. Depressed man who wants the world to die because animals die and he's depressed. Terrible writing. Oh yeah, the bird can feel emotions, so feels his bullshit emotions, and now it's on to the bird, and then the bird's like, time to destroy the world. You're right. So lame. Weak villains, in my opinion. Zodiac should have been the final boss, to be honest, in my opinion. That would have been hype. That would have been a beautiful ribbon bow on it to end the Hylian and Zodiac era, or arc, or storyline, whatever you call it. The Hylian fight was definitely hype, in my opinion. It was definitely hype. I felt goosebumps. The music was fucking fantastic. So yeah, the music all around Endwalker was good. The emotional parts that were supposed to make you emotional definitely got me. The hype parts that were supposed to be hype was good, except the fucking the Hermes parts. They were trying to make it hype, but I was like, what the fuck is happening here? This is terrible. And then the whole at the end world where you're losing your friends, I was getting emotional. The walk, very emotional. But you get them back anyway. It's just like, what did I cry for? We got them back anyway. I feel like, if they all died, that would have been crazy. That would have been S tier writing. They died, so we can move forward to fight the final boss. That would have been sick. But we bring him back anyway, and then nothing happened to him. Kind of a lame sacrifice, but it did affect me. But the end was kind of, but yeah, the bring it back in itself and all that was hype. I was freaked the fuck out. That was an epic moment for sure. But bringing back the friends, I was like, what the fuck? That was kind of weird, odd. Felt all kinds of weird. Like I was definitely crying my eyes out. It was a good moment for sure. It was just like questionable stuff about bringing back our friends. If they would stay dead or something, that would have been really effective. And I think that would have been a good idea to do that. I don't know. It's definitely questionable. My opinion is I think they should have died, or maybe go to like a different different time, or different. I don't know, just somewhere different. It's not a Theris, I guess. The source or whatever. So I think this is the 8 out of 10. So it's definitely a good experience. It's a good fun experience. The bad parts, it, there's like two bad parts. Maybe like one questionable about Zodiark. I just don't like the bird lady that much. Um, the Hermes part was trash. I hate that character. But yeah, the whole like the final part when your friends die, it's questionable, honestly, and I don't think that affects my rating at all. The Xenos final battle, sick, epic, uh, and I don't know if he actually died. We don't know. He did lose his breath and stuff, but we disappeared. We don't see him like go to the live stream, I guess. So they can literally bring him back forever cold if they wanted to, because it's definitely questionable. He's not. We don't know if he's actually dead. Come on, man. Um, but yeah, it's good and some bad for sure. But overall, I think it's good. And every time I do, the second time I did replay this, I did have a good time. I had like good memories about the Endwalkers story. So it's not a bad time at all. There's definitely some questionable stuff. So, but yeah, I think it could be a 7, but I think 8 is appropriate. I do believe. So yeah, I think that's all I can think and say about it. Instead of just repeating myself. So, um, yeah. All right. Now let's really get to the lowest of the expansions. This expansion was hyped. I think this one was hyped a lot because it was supposed to be like a new story, and I think Yoshi P himself said it was supposed to be like a vacation kind of thing. Um, yeah, this was hyped, and there was some like questionable stuff that was like being presented, I do believe, and there's like maybe some warning signs about it. I don't remember what the warning signs specifically are, but there's like definitely some red flags about it. But I was optimistic and was going in kind of excited. So yeah, I, I, so they presented Wuklamat and the patches of Endwalker, and when they first presented her, I thought she was okay, maybe pretty good even. Um, Supposed to be like an idiot character, and is trying to fake be a tough warrior kind of person, and that's a little bit interesting. Um, yeah, and so we get the Dawn Trail. Yeah, I was there day one too, as again, just like Endwalker. So yeah, it was pretty fun, as always. But once you get into it, the story slow as fuck in the beginning. The whole like the trials and stuff, and you got like the trial is to like talk to people and stuff. There was no real what do you call it like dangers and or stakes. Maybe the only stake is that to lose to something. I don't know it, but it didn't feel like it was heavy enough. The stake was not heavy enough. You know, the stakes. It wasn't. Yeah, it just wasn't heavy enough in my opinion. So the character development too for Wook Lament was trash. But yeah, the whole like going through the trials and stuff, boring as fuck. And the lore drops, boring. And then after the whole trials and Willamette freaking like all of a sudden power up, all of a sudden can beat the two-headed guy or whatever. Can all of a sudden beat him, like okay, just because of friendship, I guess. Power of friendship, power of knowledge, because you like oh yeah, because there's no like training arc or anything. Just like oh thanks for the info. Oh, uh, yeah, thanks for hanging out with me. Thanks for talking. I don't know, man. This is so weird. No, just all of a sudden powered up, using like Kaioken kind of abilities, like oh, powers out of nowhere, times two, and then an explosion and the fuck, like all of a sudden you can beat this guy even though you couldn't even like do anything in the beginning. Wow, literally Kaioken abilities from Dragon Ball. Just strengthen your power by times two. Like, wow, cool. And then in the middle, where Rokumet is crowned as Dawn Servant, was also trash. And Kona being Dawn Servant, that was a good decision in my opinion at the time. In my opinion, at the time, it was a good decision. But it was still bad. And then once we get to God. Once we go into the Wild Wild West, we meet Estanian doing the real Order of Light stuff that we should have been doing, but no, we are doing political bullshit. And then we finally get free time away from Willamette. We get up FF9 cyberpunk bullshit into the game. Teleported. It was supposed to be FF9, but in cyberpunk and very futuristic bullshit. Oh my god, just like, and they put in the main story, like, it would, oh my god, it was terrible. So bad. I barely recognize any of the FF9 stuff. There's like some FF9 references, and some I don't even recognize. It was terrible. Fucking Solution 9 bullshit. And then once you get into it, you meet the Queen. Oh, and what, fucking Dawn's servant died. Yeah, that was sad, but it was terribly written, terribly handled. But yeah, the Dawn servant, in my opinion, died terribly from a duel, and no one stopped the killing, and no one tried to take out Zeroja afterwards. Fucking terrible. I was so mad, just because it was just written terribly, and I liked the Dawn servant, and he died in the useless way possible. Just to fucking make Willamette sad and angry and want to kill Zeroja, even though she's like, oh, you're still my brother. Like, fuck you. Yeah, and then the whole Solution 9 thing, it was like, it was cool at first, like, oh my god, there's something new, But once you, like, start thinking about it, like, this is trash. This is trash. FF9 futuristic bullshit, get out of here, man. No. Literal garbage. I hate that shit. Make a medieval, like, a thing, and it's all futuristic technology? Fuck off. I hate that shit. Terrible. Never did like that. And it's fucking trash. So, and then the ending, oh my god. The living memory was interesting, but terribly handled. Dude, the pacing of living memory was atrocious, unforgivable, garbage. The stakes were kind of high, but our characters and our friends treat it like it's time to take a tour and talk to people so we can get the understanding of the situation of their fucking living conditions. And we all kill. We decide to kill them all, and we finally take on the final boss. We do it, but everyone's dead. What are we saving exactly? I never did understand that. Was there? We only did it because someone asked, like, "Hey, end this all because this will give her power." Some bullshit reason. It's terribly written. The stakes were kind of high for that moment, and we took a tour. We took our sweet ass time. It's so bad. That was like the part was so terrible. That part was so fucking bad. In the final battle, it should have just been us, the main character, and our other 7 main characters taking on the final boss. But no. It was hijacked by a fucking character called Wooklemet. But I like to call her Wooklemau because you're a joke. That character is a joke. Coming in, taking that glory, and is the main character instead of us, the main character. We are now side character instead of main character. This is Wooklemet's story, and we're just in it, you know? We paid $13, some $15, just to be side character bullshit. And she takes the glory, gets to save Spring, and it ends in the most anticlimactic way ever. Song sucks. Some parts of the songs were good, but majority of it was trash. Sorry, Soka. And the one called Smile, absolute garbage. Sounds like a church song for a fucking building a bomb train. And they played it again during the coronation or whatever the fuck. And they play it in the final. What the fuck, man? That song is terrible. People who remixed it and made it their own version of it is better than the Final Fantasy one. Even AI versions of it is better. You know you fucked up when different creators and different other songs that kind of close to it, resembles it, do better than the original soaking music. That's terrible. And yeah, majority of this fucking expansion, Dawn Trail, is boring as fuck. It's not a good time. In fact, it's a bad time. I would even say terrible time. I would even say makes you tired and I don't want to deal with this. I'll deal with it maybe tomorrow kind of thing, you know? And I would never watch those cutscenes ever again unless make a video about it, obviously. But yeah, in the future, I'm definitely skipping all the cutscenes, for damn sure. This is the kind of expansion where you skip everything, and you will not miss anything about it. You're not missing much. You're not missing nothing. You're not missing nothing good about it. You gain from skipping. You lose nothing from skipping. You the only thing you gain is time in your life, so you can get to the good parts, which is the combat. Yes, the combat is good, but the story is trash. So, ergo, skipping story is better than watching all the bullshit. Waste your life. And you see nothing good of it. You're watching garbage. Watching just utter trash. For nothing. It's not good. And I don't think there's any good parts about it. Maybe like one character, I guess. And a lot of bad things about this one. And the challenge is to find anything good about it. And the only good parts or good thing about it is that Kona was the most logical character until the patches. In the expansion story, he was logical, smart, and then took the emotion out of the thinking and just did it logically, and that was cool. That's a good character. But once the patches happened, he became a fucking idiot, using emotion, not logic. And they destroyed him in the patches, and I never want to see him again. So before the patches, he was cool. I would like to see more of him. After the patches, I want nothing to do with him. This expansion is great at destroying characters. And this expansion is terrible at writing stories. The drop-off is insane. This expansion itself needs to be studied of how not to write a story. This is a study case for sure. And the drop-off of quality is insane. So, for that, I am rating it 1 out of 10. The experience is trash. I never had a good time. All I did was complain. And then not have a good time. And then there's a lot of fucking holes in the story. A lot of unlogical bullshit. Not a lot of cool stuff. The characters treat it like a joke. The whole situation was a joke. There was high stakes, and then it was treated like a joke afterwards. Everyone treated like, yeah, this is another day of us being awesome. Like, what the fuck? And then the red flags were being ignored. There's just so many examples of it being bad, and not enough examples of it being good. The one example was Kona, but he was destroyed. It's so sad. I really want to like this expansion, but the game did not want me to. The expansion itself did not want me to. And it seems like the 14 devs don't want me to enjoy it, because they never did improve it. I am scared for the next expansion. There's some good green flags about it, but I am scared to even feel excited for the next expansion, Evercold. My expectation will be low. I don't want to be disappointed for the next one. So, my expectation is literally on the ground right now. And, yeah, it's just... And also, this expansion, it really, this is the most I haven't played the game. I took a lot of breaks during this time, by the way, a lot of breaks. And it seems a lot of people have done that as well. But yeah, it is. It's I don't know. It's just sad. I wish it was good, but it's truly not. And yeah, but in this time in the when it first dropped to now, I took a lot of breaks. I barely did some of the content. I barely do any of the. Actually, I haven't done any extremes except one, which is a Monster Hunter collab. Like, okay, I only did cleared it once and that's it. I do not farm any of the mounts. I don't farm. I don't barely. I used to do achievement hunting, but I've done less of that now because I'm not excited about the game no more. It's just 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 the story is just constantly trash. But yeah, I do want to like it again, but it's so hard to do so because it's constantly bad. I I do hope Evercold is good. I truly do. But I can't find myself be excited because I don't want to be disappointed. You know. So the only things that's keeping me around on Dontrell uh, is the other stuff that's not main story, like Hildebrand, the normal raid story, and Occult Crescent. But that's a whole different story. Occult Crescent is 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 bad at the moment, but um, this is before it's about to be released in 2 weeks or something like that for the expansion of it, expansion of Occult Crescent. But Occult Crescent, the first one when it first came out, trash, absolute garbage. They don't have a normal mode for that. What the fuck? So Hildebrand's story is awesome. Have a good time. I always have a good time playing through it. Uh, Such a good time. Cutscenes were hilarious, good storytelling. The pacing is good. I never get bored. Just like the normal Rage story. Yeah, at first, it was kind of like what the fuck, because I was coming off fucking the low time of the fucking the main quest stuff. So I was like kind of on guard already, but going to the second and third tier of the story was fantastic. Good storytelling. The pacing's good. Characters were awesome. None of them were bad at all. Maybe for the kid, you're just there. The kid is just there, in my opinion. But every other character was good. Everything about it was. It's just a good time. So that's what's like keeping me from playing Dawn Trail expansions and stuff. Its content, but definitely not the main story. If the main story was just the content itself, I would never come back. I would just watch it on YouTube. But going through Hillebrand and Normal Raid is a good time. That's what keeps me coming back. But I did take a lot of breaks from the Dawn Trail stuff. I don't normally do that ever since Shadowbringer and Endwalker. Endwalker I took like maybe 1 or 2 breaks. This Dawn Trail I took a lot. So yeah. And the reasons I took breaks on Endwalker stuff is because I was burnt out. I was playing so much that I had to take a break. I had to force myself to take a break because I was having just playing it so much, man. I just needed a break. So basically getting burned out. But Dontra is just like boredom out. I was bored out of my mind. I don't want to come back or play the game. So the difference is, there's a difference of but yeah, this is my my ratings for all the expansions. But yeah, that's it. So leave your ratings in the comments and I'll read them. Yeah. So have a good day. Bye.